The time is 4:30, and this is WKYT This Morning. We're still tracking wildfires in parts of eastern Kentucky. You'll get an update from crews on how they're handling those fires just ahead.
One central Kentucky community finds a fun way to remember one of their own. How they honored Richmond police officer Daniel Ellis through football.
And a Richmond business also chipped in to honor not only Officer Ellis, but all police officers. Find out how they delivered some happiness. That and the weather forecast for Election Day on WKYT This Morning.
This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning to you. It's Monday. Hope you had a great weekend. It's also Election Eve in America. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Andrea Walker. It is November 7th, which means, of course, tomorrow is November 8th. And it looks like there's going to be no excuse in the weather department not to get out and vote.
Right. There could be other things holding you back,
right.
But it won't be the weather. Let's check in with meteorologist Micah Harris at our First Alert Weather Center.
Well, it looks like the rain will actually move in late into the night on Tuesday night into Wednesday. So you guys are right. There shouldn't be anything weather-wise holding you back from heading out to the polls. Live sky camera, there is your shot outside. We're in the 40s, 30s, and some 50s. 52 now in Moorhead, but you go just down the road, Mount Sterling coming in at 39 degrees. 69 by the afternoon, a really nice day in store. Then we head off toward Election Day. Doesn't look all that bad. Tuesday night into Wednesday, some changes start to bring some much cooler air into the forecast. How much cooler am I talking about? We'll go over that coming up in a few minutes.
We'll see you then. Thank you. In the news, we have an update on those wildfires burning in eastern Kentucky. At last check, the Kentucky Division of Forestry says they are handling 24 fires in that region. They say the biggest fires are the Pine Mountain Fire in Harlan County and the Eagle's Nest Fire in Breathitt County. Forestry officials hope to get fires under control in the next few days.
We've got our containment lines in. The fire is roughly 3,000 acres in size. We've been on it 3 days. We had multiple crews on it. Got our fire commission in on it. They got pumpers and engines. And we're looking to maybe try to get a grasp on it tomorrow.
Nearly 400 workers from across the state are helping with those relief efforts.
In other news, a central Kentucky community is marking an anniversary they never wanted to begin with. It's been 1 year since Richmond police officer Daniel Ellis passed away.
Officer Ellis was shot while investigating a robbery, and he was honored at the annual Turkey Bowl between Richmond police and firefighters. WKYT's Monique Blair was at that game.
It was the game of the century.
For us old fat guys, it's pretty rough.
Okay, not really the game of the century, but it's a game that has been played for 6 years now, all for a good cause.
It's pretty hilarious watching us out playing. So.
The 6th annual Turkey Bowl flag football game, where the unlikeliest of rivals, Richmond police officers and Richmond firefighters, play a friendly game of football, all to help out God's pantry.
Here, so we've got the trophy, and we aim to take it back home.
This game is always a fun day, but this Sunday afternoon, the game started out a little different than usual. That's because this day is the somber anniversary of one of Richmond's own men in blue.
This year, being the 1 year anniversary of Ellis's death, we decided to honor him.
Because I'm here to tell you that Daniel made a difference in this community.
I knew that today was going to be really tough, but just like today last year, I wasn't ever alone.
It was a hard time for us last year too at this time, and you hate to see anything like that happen, and we're proud to come out and honor it.
After Richmond police officer Daniel Ellis was honored before the game, a special 4-year-old was asked to make a special delivery. Officer Ellis's son Luke may not understand what all of this means right now, but his mom says this is exactly the type of thing he and his dad would have done together.
Him and Luke watch football a lot. They really love sports, and so it was an honor for Luke to take the game ball out today. The
intense game went on, and then near the end it became evident that these rivals are really the closest of friends.
I mean, we're family. We think a lot of the police, and they've always got our backs, we got theirs.
And then near the end of the 4th quarter, the blue team suited up one of their rookie players. You could say he was the star of the game. And Luke Ellis scored a touchdown. All of this may not mean a whole lot to Luke Ellis right now.
I think one day he'll really realize how special this all is. I know I do.
Some may say it was pretty special for someone else too. In Richmond, Monique Blair, WKYT.
And the final score of the game was 24-19. The Richmond Police Department took the win.
As first responders honored Officer Ellis, businesses in Richmond wanted to remind police that they haven't forgotten. All day yesterday, employees at a Domino's Pizza in Richmond provided pizza for the department. The manager there says the community has done a great job of rallying around the officers and the Ellis family, but now she wanted to do something. She says on a difficult day, she just wants to deliver some happiness any way she could.
It's just all about togetherness. We come behind each other. We stand behind each other. You don't feel in Richmond that you're all alone in the community. You feel like you've got somebody that's got your back, especially the police department.
Domino's split up the deliveries so that every shift at the police department got some pizza.
Traffic is back to normal this morning after a major crash on the interstate in Fayette County. Lexington police say a camper and two vehicles collided in the southbound lanes of Interstate 75 near mile marker 106. A short time later, police say a semi rear-ended another car. Police say no one had life-threatening injuries, but the interstate was shut down for a couple of hours while crews cleaned up the road.
Search and rescue crews say an 11-year-old boy was killed when he was hit by a falling tree in the Red River Gorge. Crews say Jack Rose of Louisville was on a camping trip with his Boy Scout troop Saturday night when a dead tree fell and landed on his tent. The coroner says the tree hit Rose in the head, killing him. Crews say this death has been really tough for them.
This is the first juvenile that we've had to really deal with like this, and you know, it just, and especially if you have children of your own, I mean, it's just heart-wrenching to really, you know, see the pain and suffering that a family member and the friends are going through.
A Louisville TV station reports that the Lincoln Heritage Council will be offering grief counseling to members and volunteers. We don't know what troop Jack belonged to in Louisville.
Terrible. Well, a visitation will start tonight for a man who died after an ATV crash in eastern Kentucky over the weekend. Investigators say Tyler Fugit was driving an ATV near the Perry-Knott County line early yesterday morning when an ATV went off an embankment. Fugit was taken to the Hazard Medical Center where he died. According to his obituary, Fugit was a student at Bluegrass Community and Technical College, and he worked with Kelly Services in Georgetown. Maggard Funeral Home in Hazard is handling the funeral arrangements. His visitation will be tonight at 6, the funeral tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock. We're still waiting for the Garrett County coroner to release more information about a death investigation in Lancaster. We'll continue to call there to try to get that info. The coroner's calling 31-year-old Bethany Floyd's death suspicious. She was found dead inside a home on Price Court in Lancaster on Saturday night. A cause of death has not been released. Her body was taken to the state medical examiner's office for an autopsy.
Kentucky State Police are investigating a traffic stop that turned into a deadly officer-involved shooting in western Kentucky. Troopers say Deputy Chris Rainier stopped Randy Clark Jr. of Bowling Green in Morgantown Saturday night for outstanding warrants. They say Clark got into a fight with the deputy and the deputy shot him with a stun gun. Troopers say Clark then drove away and dragged the deputy with him. They say that's when Rainier shot and killed 43-year-old Clark. Rainier was taken to a hospital with non-life-threatening injuries.
There is a new push for Lexington police to take a different look at how they are dealing with the prostitution situation in town. Police are treating prostitutes as victims and instead focusing on getting the Johns and the pimps. Police say if Johns and pimps are out of the picture, a prostitute will be more likely to get help. 90% of the prostitutes in Lexington are addicted to drugs. WKYT's investigative team met one woman trying to get her life out of her life as a prostitute.
How does it work? You just keep saying like $20. Is that typically what you get?
Depends on pretty much what you do. You can make more, but the least you'll make is $20.
How much does heroin cost?
The least you can usually get is $20.
She told us during the interview that she was going to get some help. Find out what happened tonight on WKYT News at 6. WKYT This Morning just getting started. It is 4:39 on your Monday morning.
Still ahead, Election Day is looming, and that means campaign season is almost over. We'll take a look at some of the funniest moments of the season right after Micah's forecast.
And we're looking at the 30s and 40s outside early this morning. We're going to go into your afternoon, a really, really nice day in store, but we have some major changes in the forecast. We'll talk all about that coming up.
Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris.
Looking at live sky camera, a very nice shot early this morning, but it is kind of chilly outside as you walk out the door. Temperature-wise, we're sitting there in the 30s, 40s, even a few 50s here and there. But Lexington, I believe, and Moorhead will actually update here in just a few minutes, and then we'll start to see those temperatures back where everybody else is. 42 now in the London Corbin area, 33 in Monticello. There are some spots that will have some patchy frost this morning. And let me tell you this, once we get deep into the forecast, we may even see some freezing spots later on in the week. So here we go with the cold air. Not so much today. It actually feels really, really nice. It's a bit of a chilly start this morning, afternoon, about a 30-degree swing. I mean, you're talking about some really nice air funneling on in, roughly 70 degrees later on today. Then we head off into the evening. I don't see any problems heading out to the ball fields, but it's really midweek and late week. Here's what happens. Once we get toward Tuesday, it's election day, right? We're going to stay dry, but this is Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. We'll see a little rain move on through. It's not going to be a lot, but at least it's there. And then a chill slides on in as we head off towards your Wednesday and Thursday. You're talking about roughly 50 to 55 degrees for a high on Thursday, or Wednesday and Thursday. Then you get off toward Friday. Here comes a front. It's really Friday night into Saturday morning. And this front will bring a pretty cold spell into the forecast. You're talking highs only in the 40s and 50s. Upper 40s, lower 50s is what we're expecting there for your Saturday. Now we'll rebound on Sunday and actually be just in the 50s, but nonetheless, pretty cold spell as it slides on in. These are what you call pattern busters. And what's going to happen is once you get a couple of fronts like this sliding on through, then you start to get a lot of this cold air sinking on in one after another and not seeing the 80s. Anytime soon, we may not see 80s until next year now. So that's just the way it's going to go the next few weeks. It looks like we're just going to continue to drop these temperatures each and every single day. You see 60s the next couple of days, but after that, we're there in the 50s and even some overnight lows right there around freezing on Sunday morning. So we could get a morning freeze as we head toward the weekend. The weekend, no doubt about it, that'll be a pretty cold shot. But don't forget, on Wednesday, it's pretty cold too. You're still talking roughly 50 degrees. That's for a high. So it's going to be pretty chilly there Wednesday and this weekend.
What was that thing on Friday?
Here we go. That is Veterans Day.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I couldn't read the graphic. I was like, what is that?
On these TVs, they're really small.
Little icon for a very special day.
That's right.
All right. Thank you, Mike. It's 4:45 now. It's been a long, sometimes angry, and often divisive campaign. You know that. But there were also plenty of funny moments along the way.
And you know what? After all of this, we could use a few laughs.
Sure.
What do you think? Jeannie Moose highlights some of the funniest moments so far.
From the moment Donald Trump took an escalator to announce his candidacy, campaign 2016 has escalated into laughs. From awkward air kissing to sniffing to coughing.
Every time I think about Trump, I get allergic.
The Donald's not allergic to kids. He actually signed one, but threatened to reassign a crying baby.
Don't worry about that baby. I love babies.
A minute later.
Actually, I was only kidding. You can get the baby out of here.
And then there was Mini Trump.
Do you want to go back to them, or do you want to stay with Donald Trump?
Trump. A crowd-pleasing answer till you realize Mini Trump parrots the last word he hears.
What's your name?
Name. And then there was the childlike delight in balloons. Hill and Bill batted and kicked them.
It seemed like he'd seen balloons for the first time in his life. I mean, look at how delighted he is.
The Donald seemed delighted with his own pronunciation.
Nevada. Nobody says it the other way. It has to be Nevada.
Actually, Donald, wrong. This is right.
Nevada.
At one rally...
Hey, get this thing out of here, will you?
Trump attacked his teleprompter. He publicly humiliated...
Like this stupid mic.
His microphone.
Stupid mic keeps popping.
Remember when Hillary barked into her mic? And then this happened at a Trump rally.
This is something you shouldn't do. What was that? Is that a dog? Uh-oh. It's Hillary.
When it comes to the insect vote, the Donald attracts mosquitoes.
Ooh, there was a mosquito. I don't want mosquitoes around me.
And Hillary appeals to flies.
Any way he chooses.
If only time would fly so we can get relief from the constant buzzing of the candidates.
I don't like mosquitoes.
Jeannie Moose, CNN, New York.
Good grief.
What a season it has been, you know, in so many ways,
It's
right?
almost over.
I think Americans sort of have a love-hate with this thing.
Oh, I know.
You can't help but watch.
Exactly.
It's been quite a year.
So true.
And a very important day, of course, tomorrow. All right, 4:47 on WKYT this morning.
Still to come, Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton are making final pushes for votes in battleground states. An update on Campaign 2016 when we come back.
Welcome back to WKYT this morning. It's 4:50 now, 10 till 5, and the presidential candidates are finishing frantic tours throughout the battleground states. Voters are heading to the polls tomorrow.
And the FBI made another announcement about Hillary Clinton's email controversy. Weijia Jiang has the latest on Campaign 2016.
Hillary Clinton's campaign aides huddled on her plane reading the letter FBI Director James Comey sent to members of Congress on Sunday. Comey doubled down on his July decision not to prosecute Clinton for using a private email server while she was Secretary of State.
We're glad that this matter is resolved.
2 weeks ago, investigators found a new batch of emails from a laptop belonging to Anthony Weiner, the estranged husband of Clinton's top aide, Huma Abedin. The review found the documents were mostly duplicates. Clinton avoided the controversy on the campaign trail.
It is a choice between division or unity, between strong, steady leadership or a loose cannon.
But some damage may be done. Since the latest round of Clinton's emails was released, Donald Trump has tightened the gap in the national polls. Trump had a whirlwind day two, hitting 7 states, including a handful he believes he can turn from typically Democratic to Republican. He says the FBI got it wrong.
Hillary Clinton is guilty. She knows it. The FBI knows it. The people know it. And now it's up to the American people to deliver justice at the ballot box on November 8th.
The new CBS News Battleground Tracker shows Trump has a 1-point lead in Ohio. The candidates are tied in Florida with 45% each. Nationwide, the latest average of several polls has Clinton ahead by about 2 points. Weijia Jiang, CBS News, Philadelphia.
Leaders in both parties swiftly reacted to the FBI's announcement. Democrats say it's time to move on from the email controversy, while Republicans insist Clinton broke the law. A Transylvania student's memory will now live on forever on campus. 22-year-old Mary Catherine Stewart died back in March during a hiking accident at Raven Run Nature Sanctuary.
Transy's class of 2016 raised more than $20,000 to build a pavilion. It was dedicated to Katie yesterday, all part of their senior challenge. One of Katie's friends told us not a day goes by that she doesn't think of her. Well, coming up next, we'll have a look at some of the stories our news team is working on for you this Monday morning.
And we'll have another look at your forecast coming right up.
Hey, good morning. Welcome back in. WKYT This Morning is on the air at 4:56 on your Monday, and we have a lot going on this morning. Of course, election eve for one thing.
Absolutely. That's definitely on the back of our minds. Well, now it's time to take a look at some of the stories we are working on for you this morning.
There's a sad story out of Wolfe County that we've learned, of course, that more details about this morning. A little Louisville Boy Scout who died on a camping trip on the Red River Gorge. Search and rescue crews say 11-year-old Jack Rose died after a tree fell on him while he was in his tent. We're going to have a closer look at this story and share some new details with you coming up at the top of the hour on WKYT This Morning.
Well, it certainly is a chilly start to today this morning when we stepped outside.
It is, yeah. Those mornings have been that way.
Oh, yeah.
Let's check in with Micah right now and see what the day holds.
Yeah, and the 7-day forecast is going to be toward the afternoons as well. I mean, we got some really cold air funneling on in here throughout the work week and off towards your weekend. Right now, we're in the 30s and 40s. Like Andrea was talking about, it's pretty chilly outside as you're walking outdoors. At 8 a.m., I mean, sunshine will be in full force. You got to remember, now the sun rises an hour earlier, roughly 7 a.m. as you step out the door early this morning. And once we get in toward the afternoon, right around 5 to 5:30 is when the sun starts to set. It's a great day, though. Right around 70 degrees. You got to love that. It gets much colder for Wednesday off into your weekend. But what about Election Day? Does it look like any rain is in the forecast? I'm going to show you that coming up with another 2 hours of WKYT News. You're about to take off. Have a great morning and hope you have a good start to the day.